Still on the Esther. Oh, what a finish on his left foot. Hey guys, it's Ep15 here and welcome back to episode 15 of my Barcelona career. Now in today's episode we've got the first game against Monaco to play in the round of 16 of the Champions League. It's the first leg of that. It's a home game for us, so of course going to make sure we don't concede any goals ideally, to try and obviously make sure Monaco don't get any away goals. Then we've got a game against Levante at home just a couple of days later in the league. I think it's a really harsh one to have a game on Tuesday and then Thursday. Never seen that before really, so I don't know why they've done that. They've messed around the fixtures massively here. And then just 3 days later we've got another league game for us to get through, and that's against Eibar. That's an away match for us. That's on the Sunday as well, so those three games really close together in today's episode. Could be a bit of an issue for us. We will have to change the team quite a lot, obviously focusing on the Champions League game mostly out of the three games in today's episode. So you will see that we do have a much stronger side out than probably those next couple of games coming up, but we'll have to wait and see how we cope with these different matches in the next week. Before I get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 75 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit the subscribe as well down below, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Please go ahead and feel free to do that if you would like to. And yeah, let's crack on with today's episode. And like I said, this is the team I've gone with: Ter Stegen, Semedo, Piqué, Wallace and Alba in defence, Busquets, Iniesta and Rakitic in midfield, Messi, Suarez and Dembele as our front three. So quite a strong team with a strong bench along with it as well. Very happy with the team. Obviously Dybala missing out in this game on the bench for this match will allow him to hopefully feature in the next game as much as possible, so we can balance the team out a little bit there. Tough game against Monaco. Let's see how we cope with it. Hopefully get ourselves a good victory and ideally not concede any goals. Okay, let's see how we get on with this game against Monaco. Try and get ourselves a good victory and hopefully put on a good performance, as well as obviously get ourselves a win. We want to play well and make sure that we pass the ball around nicely and create plenty of chances. Rakitic starting this game sent me an email before the match complaining that he hadn't played in a little while, or that he wasn't getting the game time he was hoping for, and he has now, and he's delivered as well. What a ball in for Messi, who scores a header of all things for Messi. He doesn't get many of those, but he has done here, and it's Rakitic, the player I was just on about, complaining that he's not played enough, getting the assist. It's a fantastic delivery in, to be fair to him. The reason why I've not been playing that often is because I'm not been that impressed with him, to be honest, in game. I think other players have played better than him, and so he hasn't started often, but he has here and he has delivered when I've given him the opportunity. Look at this for a cross, cuts it back onto his favoured right foot. Fantastic delivery for Messi to beat his man to it. Fantastic header from Messi as well, by the way, and we're winning the game 1-0, 12 minutes into this match. What a start. Oh, a chance for Monaco to turn and shoot. It's saved by Ter Stegen. Great hand to it as well. Puts it out for a corner. They've responded well actually in the last couple of minutes. And let's see whether we can clear away this corner. Get rid of this one. Oh, I've got to do better. Jovetic has got it at the front post, and Rakitic does well to block. Still on the counter-attack here. Messi going to come inside, see if he can get a shot away on his left foot maybe. Messi to shoot. Oh, usually those sort of shots that go in, to be honest, but keeper's done well. Busquets now into Suarez, looking for Rakitic maybe. Just going to go a little bit past him, cuts back inside, he's done really well into Suarez still, who puts it in off the post into the back of the net. It's 2-0, 23 minutes in. Such a strange goal as that one. We've really had to play in such small margins there. The passes were really tight. You can just see we managed to eventually find Suarez. He gets a little bit of luck that no one takes the ball off him here. Rakitic with a brilliant turn, by the way. It's an unusual place to do it, but it works out. Suarez opens up his body and somehow finds a little gap to pass it into. I don't know how he's managed that. Surrounded by defenders, as you can see, 4 or 5 players around him, and he just puts it in off the post, I think, slightly as well there. Winning the game 2-0. What a fantastic finish that is, and what a great way to double our lead. Just realised Jamie Vardy is playing for Monaco. Didn't even realise he was in this team, but he is. And that is a very interesting signing for them. Oh, good chance for Monaco. Great chance. We've got to do better. How can we allow him to do step-overs like that as he's running into the box? I think Slamali gets them the goal back. And it's 2-1. Monaco got themselves an away goal here. Frustrating for us. We should do better. We should cope with that much better than we have done. But Lamar comes inside. We've got a few numbers around the box, and we've not managed to defend it properly. The two centre-backs should stop it between them. They don't get close enough. Piqué misses out with that challenge. We miss out as well with the full-back and Titi, I think it was as well. So yeah, poor. Really poor. But now they've got a chance to get back in this game a little bit. I was hoping to try and keep hold of the clean sheet in today's game. But just before, 15 minutes before half-time, they've got themselves a goal. Suarez looking for Rakitic running forward. Oh, it was a good opportunity for us there. Still on the Esther. Oh, what a finish on his left foot. Iniesta strikes it so cleanly on his weaker side and it finds the back of the net. 3-1. Got ourselves in front again by 2 goals, and it's the captain that does it. What a hit this is. Initially tries to play the ball over to Rakitic, who again makes a great run. He's playing so well in midfield, probably one of our best players on the pitch, if I'm honest. And just got headed away by the defender. As far as I think Suarez, who just played onto Iniesta. It's brilliant play. Look at this. Suarez onto Iniesta on the head. And look at that. What a finish on his left foot. First time. There's no stopping it. 3-1. What a finish that is from Iniesta. And yeah, we've got ourselves back in front by 2 goals. Happy with that. Suarez over to Dembele. Not seen much of Dembele so far. The only one of the front 3 not to have scored. He's going forward. He might do here. Oh, what was that? What was that? It was going so high, was that? I think it might have even been going over if the keeper didn't touch it. He did touch it. It's out for a corner. It's Dembele to deliver. Can he redeem himself with an assist here, maybe? Messi's in there. Connects it again on the head. And what a save by Subasic. Thought it was going in for a second. Oh, what a pass from Suarez into Dembele. He's got another chance to redeem himself. Dembele, it's a little bit better. He goes across goal much more this time, but too much this time in a way that it drags it obviously wide. But it's better than the initial shot that he had just moments ago, but nearly found the back of the net. So close. At half-time, obviously we're in the game 3-1, fantastic so far from us. We're looking and feeling a little bit more like Barcelona in this game, which is good to see. In recent games, not finished things particularly well. We've not really had too much of an issue with that, only Dembele really, but other than that, I think we've done pretty well. We've done a good job of our attacking play in particular, and like I say, I think we're feeling a little bit more like Barcelona in this match. Semedo running forward. Still going, gets hacked down, that's got to be a free kick. Good position as well. Amar getting himself a booking probably here. Yes, he will. 22 minutes left of this game. Still looking to add a 4th if we can. There was a little bit more breathing room going into the second leg. Obviously, Monaco with that away goal. We might need a little bit more room than what we've got at the moment. This is a little bit of an awkward angle. I think it could go really well, but it could also go very badly. Let's wait and see which one it is. We'll go for the shot. Messi now going to take it. Oh, thought he found the back of the net. What a save from Subasic. We're going to have to watch that back of the replay because when it changes angle, it's always difficult to know exactly where it's ended up. But he gets it up and over the wall brilliantly. I think it is heading for that top corner. It's not that far away at all. Maybe off the bar and in, maybe. It's difficult to tell. Okay, all 3 changes. Paulinho, Rafinha and Deulofeu all to go on. We'll take up Iniesta, Rakitic and Messi. Give those guys a rest. Obviously, I want to try and play them as much as possible, especially Messi, so I'm going to have to give him more of a rest because his standard's only 73. I've also just realised I think they've changed some of the player faces on this. Suarez, I'm pretty sure, has had a change. Pretty sure Paulinho has as well, maybe even Messi. So, interesting to see that they've made those updates. But like I say, 3 changes now, 20 minutes left of this game. Hopefully still going to the scoreline if we can. Putting ourselves under pressure here, big time. And Semedo, oh, Busquets causes a foul. It's a free kick, 4 minutes left in this game. Luckily, the game isn't really in the balance particularly. We've still got a decent lead. Socrates over this free kick of all people. Oh, hits the post, and hits the post again, but it's the opposite post. How lucky if we got there. There's no one in goal, and yet they still managed to mess that one up. Should be 3-2, quite obviously. And a chance for us to counter-attack with a fresh leg to Deulofeu as well. This would be very harsh if it went in. Deulofeu's still going off the post as well. 3 times in a couple of minutes. Unbelievable. From one end of the pitch to the other, and we hit the post as well. And that's it, we've won the game 3-1. Very happy, obviously, to get ourselves a victory. Obviously disappointed to have conceded the goal, but it's always going to be tough against a team like Monaco. They play with 2 strikers and can make things quite difficult for you at times. Jamie Vardy and Jovetic doing a great job up front. 17 shots, 7 on target. Maybe could have got a couple more goals, but it was always going to be tricky. We did have, obviously, a good few chances to hit the post later on in the match as well. Obviously, Monaco did twice. But overall, pretty happy with that result. We can go into the second leg, obviously, with a good opportunity to go through into the quarterfinals as well. Quick look at the league table. Real Madrid have played 2 more games than us and they're 2 points in front of us. So if we win our next 2 games, we'd be 4 points in front of Real Madrid, which would be fantastic for us. Because obviously, it'd be great to be well in front of our rivals, and that would be the case. We've got to win the next 2 matches though for that to happen, and that's obviously going to be very tough because they're a few days apart, and this next one's just 2 days after the last match. So expect a lot of changes for this game. Let's change on the team, see what sort of side we're able to put out, but yeah, expect a lot of changes. Okay, this is the team I'm going to go with. Obviously, plenty of changes. Just taking starting in goal. Roberto at right back, Mascherano, Titi and Digne in defence. We've got Gomez, Paulinho, Rafinha in midfield. We've got Deulofeu, Dybala and Coutinho as our front 3. Dybala playing up front. I don't actually think we've played him in this position. I don't think we've started him here at least anyway. We have gone with Suarez on the bench with Messi. Obviously, very, very tough call to do that, but they're tired. I want them for the next game, so that's exactly why we're going to put them on the bench to begin with. Silveira, obviously one of our younger players coming in. He can play in a couple of different positions. Rakitic, Busquets, Vidal and Wallace make up the rest of the bench. Ultimately, very happy with that bench. I think it's obviously a decent one. It's probably, hopefully, going to be good enough. I expect the starting 11 to be good enough still to get ourselves a comfortable victory. It's a good team. Hopefully, Dybala can play well up front there. We'll have to wait and see, though, exactly how he gets on. Okay, then here we go for this match against Levante. Let's see how we get on. Try and get ourselves a good 3 points here to obviously, if we can, try and get over Real Madrid, try and overtake them. That's going to be our aim. Obviously, try and beat our rivals. We can with 3 points here. We can overtake them. Great chance early on. Really good block as well from Umtiti. Had to be cleared. What a start from Levante. Really good start. Passed the ball forward well. Now a chance for us to try and counter-attack through Dybala, who will win it back off the defender. It's a big mistake. Dybala going to have to go it alone, I think. Dybala to shoot and saved by the goalkeeper. Probably actually shot a little bit too high. Actually too much power on that one, I think, in the end. But still had to be saved. Levante still looking a threat, actually. really struggling at the moment. Umtiti's the only thing keeping us together. Mascherano's massively struggling and goes for an interesting challenge that just about works. A risky one though. Looking for a switch here is Andre Gomez over to Coutinho. What a pass. Finds Coutinho as well. Now he needs some support in the middle. Doesn't have much. Looking for a late arrival here from Deulofeu. Why has he volleyed it? Oh my days. He quite rightly collapses to the floor there in frustration because I think he's just getting his head on it. I mean, he's not marked at all. It's a diving header. That's what I'd have gone for personally. But yeah, he smashes it over the bar and maybe even out of the stadium. It's a terrible shot. Ball through here, great chance for Coutinho, and it's 1-0. That's fantastic football. Such patient play as well. We had to do a couple of side-to-side passes, and then when the right players got in the right positions, it was brilliant. Such free-flowing football there. Played out wide. Coutinho was initially part of the attack as well. You can see Mascherano stepping forward to get involved, and the play in between the midfielders there was fantastic. Found the gap where Coutinho made the run. Really good play, decent finish as well. Winning the game 1-0, 20 minutes in. Maybe gets to run a play a little bit. I think Levante have had the better opportunities, looked more threatening as well going forward, I'd say. We've only really had 2 chances ourselves, and one of them was the Deulofeu strike you saw a moment ago, and then the goal. So Levante have looked good. Wouldn't be surprised if they got one themselves, and they have done, responded 2 minutes later with a goal. And it's been the issue is our defence, really. I mean, look at this. I think it's Mascherano who just can't cope. He just can't cope. I think maybe as a holding midfielder he's fine, but yeah, I'm not so sure about him as a centre-back. Maybe you have to look to bring in another centre-back, to be honest, because, yeah, it doesn't look too comfortable there in-game. So, disappointed about that one. Conceded virtually straight away, and already our lead was just got rid of very, very quickly. Okay, a few tweaks to us tactically here. Gomez is going to go play as a centre-back. Mascherano is a holding midfielder now. Dybala will go on the right-hand side. Deulofeu down the middle. Dybala obviously going to be able to cut inside and shoot a little bit better, as we've seen with Messi, that sort of role out wide. Deulofeu will go play up front. Hopefully do a good job. He's played well there before. Mascherano now is a holding midfielder. Gomez centre-back. It's not ideal, but we'll go with it anyway. See how he gets on. Gomez a little bit faster than Mascherano as well, so benefits all round, I think, in terms of height as well. Oh, nearly did over to Stegen. Great opportunity. Half-time during the game, 1-1 here. Not the sort of result that we're after right now. We're struggling a little bit, I think, defensively, but we've managed to sort of plug that hole a little bit. Obviously, the change of Gomez at centre-back, that's definitely helped. I've seen so far in the last sort of 15 minutes a much better performance, but obviously we've got another 45 minutes now with that. Mascherano playing much better as a holding midfielder. Dybala, Deulofeu, that sort of link-up play hasn't quite been there just yet. Those two not quite been on it. Neither has Coutinho, to be honest, on the left-hand side. So a little bit worried about that. I don't really know how many opportunities we're going to get in this half. We need to, I think get playing a little bit better, show a little bit more individual quality as well as team play as well. Another corner, Dybala to deliver now. What's his delivery going to be like? Again, not quite up to scratch. Mascherano keeping it alive through Umtiti. He'll go for a little chip. It was supposed to be a cross, but oof, what a header. Was that Paulinho who managed to get enough power behind it there to cause the goalkeeper a bit of an issue? Dybala to deliver another corner, and the keeper again, it's exactly the same thing. We'll start to play him short, I think, now. Put Dybala back as our striker now, and Deulofeu back out wide with about 30 minutes to go. Okay, all 3 changes now. Didn't want to have to make these changes, but with about 15-20 minutes left, we're going to have to. Still on the end 1-1. Rakitic, Suarez and Messi all coming on. We'll take up Rafinha, Coutinho and Deulofeu, give those guys a rest and bring on some fresh legs. Mascherano goes to play as centre-back because we need Gomez in midfield now as a holding midfielder. So we'll go with that. Frustrating position to be in. We obviously needed the 3 points to be able to overtake Real Madrid. There's still time, still plenty of time to do that, but obviously time is very much running out, and we've got to try and find a goal quickly. Oh, what a pass. What a pass. What is going on with this defence? Absolutely dreadful. Right now, I can't say we deserve to win this game at all. Levante have been so much better. We've looked all over the place. We've not looked like ourselves at all in this game. Too many changes, I think, but they were forced. There were changes that were forced. We had to do them. And yeah, at the moment, it's costing us 2 points here. Dybala into Rakitic, off the bar. Suarez is still there, looking for a header and can't connect with it. Rakitic so close to getting the winner in the 90th minute. It was very, very close. I think that'll be our last chance now, to be honest. Had to create a foul just to stop play, but Levante have done a really good job. Yeah, I mean, they've deserved a point from this game. They'll get a point from this game as well, and can't have too many complaints about their performance. They went out there and tried to beat us, and they've nearly done it, to be fair. They've had some good chances to do it, and a point is certainly what they deserve. And that's what they get. 1-1, dropped 2 points there. Luckily got a game in hand, so we can still, I think, go 1 point in front of Real Madrid. But wanted it to be 4, and we're not going to manage to do that now, so a little bit frustrating, but it's happened, and it's obviously as a result of playing 2 days ago. It's not helped us at all. No idea why I've had to play on a Tuesday and a Thursday. But that's the fixture list we got given, and we've not been able to deal with it as well as I'd hoped. But, you know, 10 changes I think we made for this game, so it's always going to be tough, and yeah, it has finished 1-1. But we can actually still go 2 points in front of Real Madrid. actually look at the league table, we can go 2 points in front if we were to beat Iban in the next match, the final game of today's episode. So it wouldn't be that bad. Obviously, we're aiming for a little bit more. We're aiming for 4 points, but 2 points wouldn't be too bad. And Messi wants to play in this upcoming game as well. Hopefully, he's got the fitness and the energy to be able to do that. I mean, I obviously want him to play in every single game possible, but obviously sometimes players get very, very tired. We'll have to wait and see how they've recovered for this match. Obviously going to change things around from the team that played in the last game. Okay, so this is the team we're going to go with for the final game of today's episode. So Stegen again in goal, Semedo, PK, Wallace and Alba in defence. Then in the midfield, a little bit different. Busquets obviously a holding midfielder, Rakitic obviously in there as well, but Dybala playing as a centre mid. Little bit different. I'm looking for the best way to incorporate him into this team. Right now I prefer this formation to the other one with the centre attacking mid. Gives us a better balance defensively. So if Dybala can fit as a centre mid, that'd be perfect. Obviously, if he can't, then we'll have to change to a centre attacking mid occasionally. Messi on the right-hand side, Suarez and Dembele as our front three as well, so our usual sort of front three, with Umtiti, Vidal, Iniesta, Paulino, Gomez, Coutinho and Deulofeu all on the bench. So a good bench, a strong bench. I think we've got Rafinha missing out in this game. Had to do that to one of the players, and I've chosen him. Hopefully, going to be good enough to get ourselves 3 points in this game. Obviously, to bounce back from the last match. It's understandable, though, that we didn't get ourselves 3 points given the time that we were given to recover. You know, one day and then the next match isn't particularly great, but we'll move on from that now. A draw isn't a horrendous result. Obviously, we can still go top by 2 points if we win this game, so a chance to redeem ourselves. Okay, then on with this game against Ibar. Let's see how we get on. Can we finish on today's episode with a strong result against them? Let's wait and find out. Try and get ourselves a couple of goals in this game and make sure that it's a much more comfortable performance and a much more Barcelona-style performance in this game. We managed to get it in the first match, but sadly not quite in the last match. Hopefully, though, we can in this one. Rakitic out wide to Messi. Messi coming inside here. Dembele at the back post trying to get the beaten to it and out for a corner. Let's see what the delivery's going to be like here from Dybala. Can he pick anybody out? Messi! Oh, connects it again. Why does Messi seem to have so many headed chances? This time just puts it past the post. I thought he was going to get himself another headed goal in today's episode. Not quite. Manages to beat his man to it though somehow. Dembele into Suarez. Now Rakitic. Oh, didn't realise it had fallen to him. Thought I'd have a go though. Go on, Suarez. Go inside, look for a finesse. Go on. Oh, wide. Didn't quite have enough curl on it. Suarez now on to Dembele. Maybe a final chance before the whistle's blown for half time. Dembele's got enough pace to get round his man. Good look for a cutback. Someone's got to be in there, and again he gets cut out. Oh, it's twice that's happened now. I think a couple of times more in today's episode as well. It's half time 0-0. Frustrating to not have got ourselves a goal, at least one goal in this first half. Hasn't quite happened. Been the better team against Ibar here, but just not managed to take our chances, which is a little bit frustrating. Currently, Dybala playing okay in that position, centre mid actually. He's picked up the ball in good positions, almost as like a centre attacking mid type position anyway. He comes deep and tries to create chances like that, so it has worked out quite well in that sort of position so far. I don't expect him to be so much of a threat as a goal scorer, but as a chance creator he might be, and that's a hell of a chance for Messi and Dembele as well, but still can't find the back of the net. Unbelievable that it still remains 0-0 despite all these good chances. Dembele looking for the back of the net there, but saved by the keeper just about. Dybala on the corner, ball goes in. Busquets is there, connects with it, saved off the line, and this is where it starts to get a little bit ridiculous now because it just won't seem to go in. I don't know what's going on, but the ball does not seem to want to find the back of the net because this time the defender clears it off the line. Dembele, oh, it's going to be offside, isn't he? I didn't even score it anyway. Oh, this is unbelievable. Dybala into Suarez. Going to be a little bit more patient, I think, on the ball. That's exactly what we're going to try and do now. We're going to try and encourage more players to get forward when we attack and keep hold of the ball a little bit longer and try and make some sort of attack from this. Dybala now looking into Rakitic. Oh, intercepted. But it's much better. And is that a corner? It's not going to corner. It's just a bad shot. Busquets, flick over here to Messi. Great opportunity, Messi's in behind. Messi across the box. Dembele scores, and it's a goal that we needed. 15 minutes left of this game, and Dembele's put us in front finally. It's fully deserved. We've needed it. We've had so many opportunities that have just not quite found the back of the net as we'd hoped. Not quite managed to get a goal from them, and finally we have from this one. Messi just gets in behind. Lovely ball over the top, but he plays over to Messi. Just finds a way in behind the full back, and then across the box to Dembele. Has to score, and he does. And we're 1-0 up. Just under 15 minutes left. Fantastic for us to get a goal there. Of course, you know, winning 1-0 against Ibar is not a fantastic result, but the way that we've pressed and had so many great opportunities, the way that we've passed the ball around has been fantastic and finally been rewarded with it as well. So, a couple of changes now. We're just going to freshen things up a little bit. Dybala will come off, Iniesta comes on. We'll also bring on, I think, Deulofeu and take off Messi. Controversial, but we're going to do it anyway. And Coutinho will come on and will replace Dembele as well. So, a few changes there, but just to try and freshen the legs up a bit. Ibar responding well, got themselves a corner, had to be blocked there I think by Semedo. Now we have to try and defend for a little bit. 8 minutes left. I don't like clinging on to games like this, but I think it might be necessary in this match unless we can hit them on their counter-attack. Coutinho now switching out to Deulofeu. Deulofeu inside to Rakitic, waiting for that runner. Oh, how did he intercept that? That was going to be perfectly into Coutinho, was that? The gap was opening. And we weren't able to find a way through, but they might here with PK trying to run him down, and luckily Wallace covers brilliantly. That's got to be it, ref. Come on. Barely any time left to Stegen now to launch it forward. What a pass that could be as well. Coutinho wins the header, and Suarez just about to get there. And that's, come on, ref, blow your whistle, unless we can get a second goal maybe. Into Deulofeu. Oh, he went for the header as well. Couldn't get there. Rakitic now into Suarez. Oh, what a save. Thought it was going to be the second with the scissor kick. Doesn't happen. And again, we can't find the back of the net from that chance, but finally the game's over. It's only 1-0, but it should be so much more. Should be 4, 5, probably. So, yeah, frustrating we've not managed to take the chance. Messi with a great opportunity with that header. I can't believe that he missed that early on. But 13 shots, 6 on target, 0 shots on target for Ibar, so it would have been very hard done by if they did get an equaliser late on there. But 3 points, happy to overtake Real Madrid, 2 points in front of them now, assuming that they haven't actually played. They might well have played another game, so we might actually still be second. We'll take a look. Okay, so they didn't actually play the game, but they must have lost the game because we are still 2 points in front of them and a game in hand as well. So we could be 5 points in front if we were able to win our game in hand. That'd be great for us. I'm assuming that they lost. Can actually see them on here. Can we have a look who they lost to? I'm pretty sure that's what we're getting from that. Yeah, Real Betis 1-0. Okay, that's a great result for us, of course. Puts us in a fantastic position now to be able to try and get well in front of them with a win in our game in hand. Got some play development before the end of today's episode. We'll see how we get on here. It's obviously the same guy we're trying to train up, Ribeiro. Has been a huge part of our youth academy at the moment. He's gone to 69 overall this week. Fantastic. Trying to get him to 70 as soon as possible. And then, obviously, when we can promote him, he might have a bit of a good chance in our team, to be honest, on the bench at least. Anyway, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, a few weeks before we can get him anywhere near our starting 11, we have to promote him. He has to be 16 first. So we'll wait and find out how long that takes. But that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, please feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.